Hey guys, welcome back to Bobbie and Cici. Today we are going to be doing our Whose Box is Better
for
February of 2021.
We're so behind, I'm sorry.
Hey, here's the thing. We're really not that far behind. It's only March 10th.
Well, we were really behind for the last one.
My
brain is like, nope.
We were. But here we are. At least we're here. That's what's important.
Yes.
We're here for you. All right, so if you're excited to see our thoughts and opinions on our boxes, please like and subscribe, and
we're gonna roll our intro, and then
tuned.
we're gonna talk about things for too long. Okay, so we're gonna start with the things that we had in common, because we had a palette, lip liners, and also a blush thingamajiggy.
Yeah, we had a pretty common box. So we only have a couple things that are different.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the lip liners.
Yeah, let's talk about the garbage first.
Okay. I wasn't going to come that hot out the oven with that statement, but if you noticed, I only have one, because let me tell you about how the dark brown one, not on a journey for me to wear, I guess. Reference to our last video. If you don't know, the tip of mine broke off, and Bobbie's like came all out the packaging, like weird.
I think it was this one, yeah. You can see it's still disconnected. She'll probably come all the way out if I pick her up.
Probably. So I went to go wear this, and I sharpened it, right? Because that's what you do, is you sharpen it. So I sharpened it, broke off, sharpened it, broke off, sharpened it, broke the fuck off. It was like this tall, and I'm like, okay, you are unusable. I haven't even put you on my mouth yet. Great. So I threw it in the garbage, and I wore this once. No.
I've worn this more than once. Also no, per my comment about the garbage. So the colors are really cute. Mm-hmm. This brown, this specific brown tone is not as warm as I was expecting. It's actually a little cooler than I was expecting. So I actually had a harder time putting it with the rest of the stuff that I kind of already have. But it's a beautiful color. Yeah. And this color is also beautiful colors. They're beautiful. And they swatch okay. They are very dry. They tug really hard on your lips. At least for me. I have dry lips. So pencils that are dry,
No.
not for me. I warm it up on the back of my hand to try to get it to move a little bit better in hopes that it would. But it's still, even though it has this hella sharp point on it, I still just couldn't get it to really give me a crisp line. So my lips are literally 12 today because I just couldn't get them. I couldn't get a sharp line.
I will put disclaimer, we live in South Dakota. If you've never been to South Dakota, the weather is 4 different seasons in one day.
Which is true.
And the week that we got these, we were having a negative 30 degree spell.
It was very, very cold out.
Literally wind chilled, negative 30. If you've never been in negative 30, ignore that. It's fine. Negative 30 sucks ass, okay? My car didn't even start. My garage door wasn't going down. That maybe could have been the problem because we work, okay?
Right.
We work. We got things to do. That shit was sitting out there for 12 hours because I work 12-hour shifts.
Yes.
So if you can't get to it in time, 12 hours in negative 30 is going to kill something.
It really is. My Boxy Premium had that Elemis massage oil in it. And even that oil was almost frozen. It was that cold outside. And if you're wondering, oil doesn't just freeze.
Yeah, no. It's kind of like alcohol where it doesn't
It just doesn't freeze. But it was going so I put it in a warm a heating blanket so I could use it right away because it was frozen basically. Yeah. But all of my other stuff was frozen. I tried to touch it or dig at it or do anything with it and nothing was working. The liquid, I got a makeup remover and frozen solid.
Yeah, so maybe it could have been that.
Yeah, it could definitely have been outside factors. Maybe these in their glory, in the middle of summer, fresh out of the friggin' factory, might be the best lip liners ever, but just I think the circumstances surrounding this box maybe made things not work so well. At least these things, because the other stuff that I have actually
was great.
Yeah. So maybe lip liners they shouldn't be in boxes in February for South Dakota.
Right. So just wanted to say that because We're not trying to, like, trash on nothing.
Right. We're not trying to poop on the brand or anything. It's just, because these could be great in, you know.
Right, but
a different
we
setting.
just live in a crappy state.
We do. I ask myself regularly why I choose to live in this hole.
We can always move.
We can. Texas, here we come.
Right, I was talking about to go with this too.
Texas, here we come. Just
okay.
Move our caravan style.
Yes. The next thing we have in common is the Wander Beauty double date lip and cheek stack thing.
Yeah.
I really like this.
Me too.
It makes you so hella glowy.
It really does. And the lip stuff
is great. It's not sticky. It feels nice.
It's cute. And it like gives you like that that really like juicy plump lip. Mm-hmm. It doesn't last for very long.
No, but
it gives you that, like, if you're ready to like be walking around with this little guy to just like whenever you need it, then totally cute.
Right, and if you're going for like a monochromatic look, because you can wear it on your cheeks, you can wear it on your lips, looks good if you're like not trying to try like me today. It's great.
It's great.
So, and I like that it comes in like a cute little compact that's see-through, so you can see the color. Like,
yeah,
I think the aesthetic of this is very adorable.
Right, it worked really, really well. I did put it on top of powder foundation. I did spray my cheeks with setting spray so they were wet when I put it on, to try to avoid any type of lifting, which I didn't have any lifting at all. And that was on the J-Cat Aquassurance powder foundation. I don't know about any other ones. That's the only one I've tried with it. I did use a brush with it and a beauty blender. I think it looks prettier with the beauty blender, but it is more pigmented with a brush.
And I used it over liquid foundation with no powder, and I used it with my fingers. It works great.
So, all the ways that you can use it, you should.
Yes.
It's great. She's great.
We love her.
We do.
Okay. Last thing we have in common is the Ace Beauté. Yes, that is what I call it because I'm weird.
Because might as well.
Nostalgia palette.
Nostalgia. This Biha is a beautiful beast.
Yes. Did you actually use it?
Or Look at my eyes.
Well, I don't know. We talked yesterday.
And
did.
She's like, I haven't tried it yet. So I didn't get like days upon years upon use out of it, because I have a lot going on in my life right now. I haven't worn a lot of makeup. So I did use it. I am wearing it on my face today, along with, like, I used everything that I got in my box that you can wear for makeup today. But this is by far the highlight of my box, in my opinion.
I disagree of my personal box.
She works gloriously. I didn't do every color. Like, I didn't use every color.
Okay, so what colors did you use? Because I think I have different thoughts based off of what looks like it's swatched in there. So
okay, so I used Stargazing, Fun, and Heat. Those are all the shimmery shades, which are amazing. It went on my eye the exact same way as it was on my finger. I did not use any type of adhesive, and it went on exactly like just as sparkly and glorious.
Okay, did you use anything else for mattes?
Yes, okay. I used Popsicle, Raspberry, Flip Flops, Vacation, and Water Slide.
Okay, I used Picnic and Camping. Picnic needs help. And Camping, so I use, if y'all want to know, I use the Sigma eye primer. That shit is glue, okay? It's really, really good. I know it's really good. It's the primer I use all the time. So, out of all the shades I used all the three same shimmers. I used Theme Park and Popsicle and Flower as well as Vacation. You know what? I think I used this whole fucking palette. Anyway.
I think you did. It sounds like it.
I used Picnic and Camping, and I don't know what it is about just those two shades. They didn't want to stick to my eyelid, which I thought was really weird, because they were the first two shades I put on my eye, so I know that the primer was, like, fresh, and I don't set that primer, I just go in with eyeshadows. However, the rest of the palette's lovely, but I would just like to say, I don't know what it was, but Picnic and Camping, which are, like, darker shades, like, they're darker, or more vibrant.
This Picnic, she's a little cray-cray. She's pretty bright pink.
And it did not go on as bright pink, so I was just a little surprised about that.
Maybe they put all their, like, heart and effort into the purples, because usually purples are harder to do, because Raspberry and Flip Flops are in that purple category. They went on so pigmented right away. Like, right away. They didn't have to be built up. It was just like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And I just had concealer and set it with powder, and it just went on great. Now, I've used loose pigments, which are supposed to be, I guess, more vibrant, and I would say the colors out of here that I used are actually more vibrant than some of the neon pigments that I've used. They adhere to my eye right away, not even with a sticky base. So I feel like, for me, she's like, my eyes love this formula. That's what I'm going to say. My eyes love this formula.
Well, and I don't know if it was just them having a hard day on the reds or something, like reds and pinks this day, but like Theme Park, like the green, like the emerald green, went on great, so maybe it was just a
Yeah.
problem with those colors. I don't know. Okay, so now we have different stuff.
Different stuff.
Mine are both skincare related.
Mine are not both skincare, just one.
So I guess I'll save my favorite one for last, which I already predicted was going to be my favorite. So I have the Tula Skincare Probiotics and Superfoods So Poreless Exfoliator. This shit's banging. She banging. She bibbity bobbity banging. Like, I love this so much. It's a weird texture. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it when I put it on because it's very, like, oily. It feels like it's, like, in petroleum jelly with, like, some gritty shit in it.
Interesting. I think I'd like that. I
think
I'd like that a lot.
Like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
It works so well. It's great. I actually do this and then I put a mask on top of it and it just feels so good. Like, I love. I'm sorry. You have sparkly brushes.
Jealousy. All right, so I did try these little brushes, and as cute as the aesthetic on the handle is, it doesn't make any difference how these brushes work.
What's the brand?
Oh, right. They're Glamiere. I think that's how you pronounce it. She's this little packaging dude.
It was like a Lisa Frank.
Honestly,
glittery package.
So the packaging is like very like childy. Even this kind of guy, like we said before, like not flip flop, jelly sandal texture. Mm-hmm. Like
I was gonna say Crocs.
Cheapy. Okay, but I will say I didn't use this like slanted brush. I didn't get a chance to use that brush at all. However, I'm going to predict that with the way these worked, it's going to be great because surprisingly great. I used these brushes with that Ace Beauty palette, and basically either these brushes go great with this formula and together they make beautiful like makeup on my face, or maybe the palette's junk and these brushes are just amazeballs, or
the palette's great and these
are garbage, but the palette's just that good. Either way, whatever combination, like however you slice it, they worked really, really well for me. Especially this little blendy bitch. Like this shaped one is actually really great.
That's my favorite shape of brush.
This brush worked really well. I'm not really sure what to do with this kind of a brush because she's really tiny.
So I use that type of brush either underneath my eye if you want it to be really pigmented. Otherwise, which you don't do a lot of, but I use gel liners a lot, or like regular pencil eyeliners. I use it to smudge that out if you want smudgy situations.
I should probably do that. I used it to put color underneath my eyes to like pack it under to make it look a little bit like linery. And it worked great for that. Like they actually worked really good. I'm surprised. I am incredibly surprised. I would say this is the biggest surprise out of my box because I was expecting these to be like little kid brushes that Rory was going to get to have. And now I'm thinking maybe not because they worked really, really well.
We're going to move on to Water Jesus.
To Water Jesus. We finally found Jesus in skincare.
We did find Jesus. I love this so much. So this is the Han Skin. I'm going to go with Han because it's Korean. So, plus I love Han.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
It's the Hyaluron Skin Essence thing that I predicted that I was going to love, and I do. So, as you can see, there's like barely any use out of this. I use this every day, like 4 times a day. So this is gonna last you a long ass time, like a long ass ride, as Mark would say.
And that's a long ass ride. And that's a long ass ride. And that's a long ass ride.
It's a journey you're going on with this. She is so good. I love her. It makes your skin feel so good because I'm dehydrated as all get out all the time. So good. It makes your just face feel so plump. It gives like a little bit of a stick to it, and I put my moisturizer on top and it feels really great. Like there are some days where I didn't even do any skincare. I didn't wash my face. I just put this on and my face was like, ah. Like she was like, thank you. Yes, it's Skin Jesus. Like, it is Water Jesus. This is Water Jesus.
It's Essence Jesus.
It's Essence not water. Jesus. Yes, but it feels like
this
water.
Is Essence Jesus.
And you literally need just a ching ching and you're good.
Your choice of words was just great just now.
Thanks. But great. This made my whole box worth it. Bobbie also got this.
So
she purchased it.
I purchased it. I went on to the Boxy pop-up. She was $9 for this big old bee. So I was like, hell yeah. So I bought that in a water bottle. But I'm excited to try it because my skin, she needs extra help.
She thirsty.
Not only is she thirsty, but there's a lot of stress going on and I'm breaking out really bad and I'm hoping this will calm it down. If it doesn't, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm hoping.
Well,
there's hope.
I'll buy it from you for $9.
It's like $9 here.
Because it's so good.
So good. All right, so the very last thing we have is the Saturday Skin Yuzu Vitamin C Sleeping Mask. So I did try this under my sleeping masks and over top of my sleeping mask. It does say to apply after your moisturizer. So I don't know if it's because it's like super like wham bam thank you ma'am. I can say when I put it on under my sleeping mask, my face broke out like a movo.
Oh, well. That's...
Really, 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 like I have like residue, like I have like little bumps around my mouth from it. When I put it over top of my sleeping mask, I didn't notice anything different. Like it wasn't breaking out. But I also didn't notice any like improvement. So, I mean, I've only been using it for a couple of weeks, so I don't know if maybe that's why. And this is supposed to be like a vitamin C mask, so it's supposed to be like brightening and...
Yeah, vitamin C is supposed to be like brightening. It's supposed to help with like...
My skin's are
evening out sometimes texture and evening out like skin tone. So
yeah.
Like discoloration.
So and I haven't noticed any evening out of skin tone, but it's been hard to tell. My face is just really red all the time. So, I haven't noticed much, but that could also just be like me and how my like life is kind of going right now, not being able to tell. But it did break out when I had it under it. So I would recommend if you got this, probably don't put it underneath of your mask. I mean, she says on the back, don't. Like she follow the manufacturer's instructions. I highly recommend doing that.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
So I didn't really notice anything, like any changes, like if it was like in a good way or in a bad way, except for when I wore it under a mask. But I also, like, I've been dabbling in my skincare. I've been doing the full thing. Just doing what I can when I can. And then these masks. I think if this was a different situation, a different time, and we didn't have to be wearing these masks all the time, that maybe you'd be able to see a little bit more of a difference.
Yeah.
But, like, it's mask time, and this plus mask equals breakouts. So as far as whose box is better, there's only two things that are really...
separating
different.
And I liked both of mine, and
both of mine were not like the best thing that I've ever had.
So I
feel like that means
that declares I am
that
the
Cici's
winner.
is the winner,
which is surprising because I'm not that I don't love skincare, because I do, but I have so much freaking skincare that I'm like, wow, these like stood out in the crowd for me,
right?
Which is surprising.
Which is surprising. She's got a whole ass closet full of just stuff.
I really do.
Well,
that sucks that the Saturday Skin one made you break out. That's not that great.
Well, we'll see if she continues to make me break out, because I'm still going to use it.
I opened it, now I have to use.
That's pretty much it. It has a really interesting texture. It like feels really interesting. And when you pick up like a little like scoop of it and it has like the little dots in, you rub them in your face and they like disappear. Like the little chunks of fruit doesn't feel chunky on your face at all. It does feel really sticky though. So like my dogs, they're like, smells like yuzu. Every single time I wear it, they're like licking my face. So that could also make a big difference in how this is working.
That could also be why I'm breaking out, because my dog is licking my face.
Because to be honest with you, they go for the same spot right here every single time. They're like, oh my gosh, smells like fruit.
Maybe it's not the product, maybe it's the dog.
Right, maybe it's the dog, but like I said, my life is a fucking shit show right now, so who really knows?
Yes.
Not me. But her stuff was great.
Yeah.
So obviously she wins.
Yes. Boo. That seems like a trend. It's either the same or I win.
To be fair, it kind of is. I feel like, what the hell, BoxyCharm? Why are you always sending me, like... I'm going to say that and maybe something great is going to be in this Boxy
because we're going to find out. Watch our next video whenever the hell that
Whenever that comes out, like, well, yeah.
Because we got Boxy Luxes. Anyway, thank y'all for coming to our video. We are here all the time.
Yeah, we are.
Watch our other videos.
Watch our other videos.
That's all I gotta say about that.
If you're feeling sad and want a good laugh, just watch any K-pop video.
Literally all of our K-pop videos.
At least the last, I would say, 3 weeks worth of K-pop videos, because they're all hilarious.
They're a good time, because you want to know what this fuck you energy is what we got all the time.
It is. It's great.
So, anyway. I hope you enjoyed this Whose Box is Better. Please like, subscribe, comment, all those good things. Goodbye now.
Goodbye now.